What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. There we go. We got the old school one back. Today I'm gonna get a little bit into detail, a little depth about why I find it one of the reasons, probably one of the main reasons. No, I really don't know if it is the main reason. Why I can't understand this whole fascination of people who aren't black using the N-word. But for this in particular, we're going to speak about raza. I'm going to speak about raza. I'm going to engage with you guys, and let's see what you have to say in the comment section, right? So, you know, the new explanation is, it keeps being, oh, it's, you know, we grew up like that. And I keep telling people it's been well over 30 years, closer to 40 years. Closer to 40 years ago, I started doing time with homies from, you know, South Central, from Compton, from Watts, from Inglewood, from Hawthorne, like all these areas, eh? And it was at a time where the blacks were the majority down there, you know, and Vatos weren't talking like the raza were not talking like that. And now that the raza are equal or even the majority in some of those spots, now they're using the word. So to me, in my mind, that's not what it is. To me, it's the hip hop culture. It has infiltrated, and I get it, right? But and hip hop is horrible now, right? If we go back to the 90s, great music. Now it's mumble rap. You know, back then people talked about selling drugs and stuff like that and gangbanging. Now they just talk about doing drugs. The world is upside down. That's a whole different topic. But I think that maybe in the long run, this converging of cultures, maybe, or I don't know if we could use that word, but the way things are starting to tie in together, maybe this in the long run will lead to better understanding. Maybe. I just don't see it. And somebody in the comment section, I want to point this out. Somebody in the comment section, one of my black subscribers said, look, he said, as a black man, he doesn't always agree with me. But that on my last one, when I talked about the rappers using the N-word, he said he fully agreed with me. And he said he has a problem with raza using the word, even with the A on the end, because as soon as they get mad, the A turns into an ER. And in that case, I can say, absolutely, you're right to be upset about that. Don't use that word when you know it's cool, but then you get mad and then you turn it into the fucked up word, right? Which to me, they're both fucked up. It's not in raza's culture to speak like that, period. I don't care what you say. Now, I told this story before, but it was on a live. So I've told this story, and it's multiple times I've heard it. But, you know, look, there's some people that will say that the guys from my generation, that the issue that we have is that so much blood was spilled on both sides, black and brown, on the streets, as well as behind the walls, that's why we don't get it. That's why we don't accept it, right? And for a lot of people, that's the truth. Eh? Like, wars were fought. A lot of people lost their lives. So why try to be like that which you were beefing with, right? If you were so proud of your culture and your heritage that you fought for it, why adapt another, right? But here's something, and I just want to give you guys, and this is something that I heard, and a lot of us heard in prison, always in ad segs though, never in the shoe, never ever on the main line. Now and then you would have cell soldiers. They were never once was it like a G Crip or Blood or nothing like that, right? Never the Black Legends. But now and then you would get these dudes that were always youngsters, big mouths, right? And it was usually after an incident occurred. Usually after there was a racial incident and everybody goes back to the hole. And you would hear, before I even say it, let me tell you about an incident. A particular incident. We were in Adseg in Pelican Bay. From the window, you could see where the visitors were going to line up and come through. Now, as far as Raza, we don't look out the windows and check out people's visitors. That's to Raza, that's weirdo activities. They're not there for you. You know, it's one thing if you're expecting a visit and you look out the window like, damn, are they coming? You don't know when they're coming. You know when your shit's, if you're an ad seg, then yeah, and you're looking over there, yeah, okay. But for the most part, you are not looking at that window and you damn sure aren't going to be commenting on those visitors. That's somebody's mom or sister or daughter or niece or whatever. Well, one day, there was people out there, right? And you hear this, there was a black dude yell out the front of his cell. Damn. And he called out to his homie and he was like, you see them fine ass bitches outside the back window? And his homie stayed quiet for a second. Then he was like, where? And he goes out the back window. Just look out the back window. Look over there, the visitors. And he said, I don't see no bitches out there. All I see is animals. So when I heard that, I had an idea. So I went to the back window. I glanced out and I saw all Mexican girls, women outside. So one was commenting on other people's visitors, how fine they were. And the other one, obviously a racist, he don't even identify them as women or humans. They were animals to him. See, these are the kind of things that Raza would hear in that state, right? Then there were other times when, you know, an incident would occur, a racial incident, everybody goes back to the ad seg, everybody's in the hole. You know, people are upset. And I've heard on more than one occasion where people would talk about, fuck all you wetbacks. That's why we're going to water your race down. We're going to fuck all of your women and they're going to have half black babies. And that's how we're going to win. That's how we're going to get you guys. We're going to water you down. How you like that? Now, obviously, it's somebody woofing out the door, but when you hear that, you hear them referring to women as, and it's not all blacks. Let me make that 100% clear. But these are things that happen, you know, and this is why when I hear this whole, oh, the Mexicans from Southern California are racist. Well, what are these things that I personally heard in Ad Seg? That many of us personally heard in Ad Seg. These are racist remarks. Our women are not human. They're animals. Our women are going to be used, abused, and just used as a tool to breed something that they don't give a fuck about. They're saying, like, we ain't even gonna raise that kid. Fuck that kid. You know, and so guys my age, guys my generation that heard these things, and now we see our own raza using this N-word and dressing a way that is just so, it's hip-hop. Now, I'm not a racist, but I've been through things where it's just like, damn, man, our culture is so beautiful. I've said before a gang of times, I think if Africans and the people, the descendants of the original peoples of the Americas knew their history, there would be a whole lot more pride in who they are as individuals. And I want to say something else. People, when I mentioned in Africa, the pyramids that were built, the Sphinx and all that stuff, and those weren't Africans. It was a continent. It was an African continent. What do you mean? people are like, oh no, those were the Arabs. I don't know who was there, but I don't believe that. Way back when that was built, I don't believe that. I don't know who was there, but I know it's on the African continent and it's part of their history and their culture. And they should be very proud of it because it cannot be replicated today. Just like all the temples and pyramids in the Americas can't be replicated. Very, very brilliant people. Very educated people built those things. And you know, the easy go-to is it must have been aliens, because they don't want brown and black to have that in their history, that they were able to do that. Because if we assumed that identity of we come from greatness, we descend from greatness, we will achieve greatness. But instead, we have, you know, I have to make a video like this where I'm talking about stuff that happened over years in prison. Like I said, it was heard more than once. It was heard by more than me. And so for me, like, look, if, like I said, if it leads to peace in the end, cool. But why can't we have peace while still having pride in our own cultures? Man, I see so many blacks that just don't like the way Raza do it. And I think it's just in particular, they don't like Mexicans from Southern California doing it. But I get it, so I don't either. Anyways, excuse me. Today is April Fool's Day. I was going to do an April Fool's video today, but I decided not to. I wanted to do something that, you know, hopefully will get people talking, at least get people thinking. You know, that's what my videos, I try to do with all my videos, at least on the big channel. The small channel, I like to have fun. I haven't recorded anything over there yet. That's my next thing. I'm hoping to find something right now so I can get it out of the way. Thinking of doing another Royce review. He's hilarious. But anyways, everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.